Peace. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Today's video is sponsored by Parts of Man, the Declaration of Truth. It has 115 poems. You can get them on my website at www.enigma.com. Also, it's sponsored by Enigma, issue number 4. You could also get that on the website www.enigma.com. Today, I want to talk about various topics that I've been making about. I was doing short videos, and I'm going to defeat the YouTube algorithm. My goal is to get everybody on the planet Earth to read these books because I think they are very important and essential. And it takes consistency, hard work, and I notice how the YouTube algorithm, even though I'm shadow banned because of my support of Trump, I noticed how it rewards consistency and dedication. So I'm gonna consistently and routinely put more videos up talking about these topics, and I'm gonna get more and more people viewing due to the algorithm. I'm gonna break the code, but I want to talk about a couple of topics today, several topics. The first being everybody can't be a millionaire. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube, on the internet, on Instagram, promising you an opportunity to make millions of dollars, right? Usually these people, the ones who sell you the idea, they're the only ones that's going to be a millionaire, because the object of being a millionaire, the method of becoming a millionaire, is getting as many people as possible to give you money. This is how the scam artist Tariq Nasheed was able to raise over $1 million with his museum scam. He got about 10,000 people to give him money. I was one of the fools that gave him money, and he was able to get this $1 million and just probably went on vacations, probably sponsored a couple of more endeavors, mink slide. But that's how people usually get rich. They get a bunch of people together, sell them a dream, sell them an idea, and collectively they make this one person rich. If every U.S. citizen, which is about 350 million people, and then you include all of the undocumented illegal immigrants, you probably got 400 million people in the United States. If everybody had $1 million, that would be $400 trillion, because 1 trillion is 1 million million. That's more money than the United States debt times 10. And if the United States was to pay $30 million a year, it would take over 100,000 years to pay that debt. Actually, it'll take 1,000,000 years to pay that debt. If they paid $30 million a year, if they paid 300 million a year, it would take 100,000 years to pay off the national debt. If they paid 3 billion a year, it would take 10,000 years to pay off that debt. If they paid 30 billion a year, it'll take 1,000 years to pay off the debt. If they pay 300 billion a year, it'll take 100 years to pay off the debt. So it's not really possible for everybody to be millionaires. You know, when you invest in these crypto stock market, the only ones that make the money are the ones that dump and sell and leave you holding the bag. The masses of people are going to lose. That's the name of the game. The masses of people pay the taxes and make the government billions and trillions of dollars. Individually, you'll never get that type of money. But as a group, as a collective, you can have millions of dollars. But the so-called American Negro don't really work as a collective. It's always some pimp at the top getting rich, everybody else poor. And this is the satisfaction. This is what we have been made accustomed to. Just being broke supporters of a pimp. The preacher, The corporation, you go to work, everybody working for this corporation, and the corporation CEO gets all the money. But don't even waste your time trying to be a millionaire or thinking that everybody's going to be a millionaire, because it's mathematically impossible. The best thing to do is to try to save as much as you can and try not to lose or waste and harness enough. And maybe you might be one of the lucky ones. You know, you might luck up on a couple of million, but it's not going to be everybody, because it's not enough. It's not enough money in circulation for everybody to have $1 million. Yeah, that's one of the topics. The other topic I want to talk about was we are where we want to be, and we get exactly what we want in this world. The key is to change your wants, change your desires. Because if you want something and desire something, you're going to muster up enough energy and effort to get it. But as long as you're satisfied and content, the whole idea of even being where you are right now shows that you're in cooperation with the situation. You're satisfied with the situation. Because if you weren't satisfied with the situation, you will leave the situation. You will get away from the situation. You would change the situation, the circumstances. But a lot of people are satisfied with their condition. Person in poverty laying on the ground. The fact that they're laying on the ground with a sign shows that they're in agreement with that. Otherwise, they would stand up and do something different. We all got the power to change our reality, but it's all about what you want. And some people don't want anything better. Some people are conditioned and brainwashed to believe that their situation is all they have and all they deserve. Like how the black people in America are 100%, 99% Democrats. And the Democrats told the black people that all they deserve is abortions, poverty, ghettos, Section 8 housing, crime, being poor, going to prison, doing drugs, all of these negative stereotypes. And the people are in agreement with this. And usually the culture itself, whatever the culture agrees to, they kind of mandate and encourage and reward the members who are in correspondence with those agreements. And the ones who go against those agreements, those are the ones who are punished, exiled, ostracized. So they want to encourage, like the sheepdog, keeping you in line with these ideals. They call them behavioral cues, self-fulfilling prophecies. But we are hypnotized into wanting something, regardless of how detrimental it is, and we get satisfied with those circumstances and conditions, and it becomes our reality. So the reality can easily change if you just desire and want something different or better. And then the last topic I want to talk about is hold on, you get what you want. We are where we deserve to be. And I'm gonna just freestyle. The black American people are partially responsible for the water shortage in Flint, Michigan, because they put a president, Joe Biden, in power, who did not declare the water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi, a national disaster, emergency declaration, and allocate billions of dollars to solve the problem, like he's doing in Ukraine, like he's doing with the illegal immigrants coming in from Mexico border, American-Mexico border, busing them to these cities, giving them millions of dollars worth of housing assistance. But the American Negro empowered this government, put this government in power, and this is how the government is treating you. And then you had an indication of what this government was going to do, because the same thing happened with Flint under Obama. There was no emergency declaration, nothing, no criminal charges. But the Black American Negro, for some reason, have been convinced that the Democrat Party is the most important issue. And when you look at the politician that you vote for, it doesn't matter what their race is. Usually the Democrats know that the blacks have an affinity for Negroes, blacks. So they'd be more likely to vote for a person if they're black or for so-called minority. But those party members all go for the same party line. The Democrat Party believe in abortions, homosexuals, killing the family. They believe in bioengineering, so-called electric cars, tearing down houses, tearing down communities, illegal immigrant rights, throwing the American Negroes in poverty, in prisons, homelessness. This is their philosophy. So regardless of who you vote for, this is what's going to happen, because if the member of the Democrat Party don't go along with the agenda, they won't get any financing. So this is what you're actually agreeing to. Your population is going to be reduced. You're going to be in homeless shelters, living under bridges. You're going to be in prison, and they're going to bring in a bunch of immigrants to take your position. And another problem, and this philosophy has to be abandoned, the idea that you have to have two consciousnesses, the double consciousness that was started by the Black Greek W.E.B. Du Bois, that told the Negro they had to be two people. They had to be a person in front of white people and a person around black people. So this caused a psychosis in which the mind has been separated. It's like a dissociative identity disorder when people have multiple personalities, and then you forgot which one you really were. Who are you? You have to pretend to be somebody in front of white America who's a racist devil. You got to kowtow and accept being mistreated for decades for some greater good. And the reason Du Bois told the Negro to do this was to get them prepped for this integration. He wasn't trying to prepare the Negro for warfare, economic warfare, physical warfare, intellectual, cyber warfare, because you approach the enemy with hostility and aggression. You don't approach the enemy with a surrender mentality, like the American Negro have been doing, playing the blues, playing music to take your mind away from this oppression, instead of getting up and fighting the oppressor every single day. And you pray into your white Jesus. Really, the black Greeks, they wanted to integrate with this Caucasian, but they say only 10% was going to make it to the promised land. They had to sabotage 90% of the American Negroes. They had to be sacrificed, and then the 10% was going to blend in and have this utopia with white society. This is the secret philosophy, but they tell you got to be two different people. And then we're mentally ill, because when a person's outside pretending to be okay with this oppression, they take their aggression out when they get home on their families. Violence, or their communities. That's where they killing and brutalizing each other, instead of brutalizing and taking out the white man, because they're two different people. The black Americans have a psychosis, a mental illness, collectively, because of this philosophy. We're two people. We behave differently around blacks and differently around so-called whites, like on a plantation. That's why it's so quick for you to destroy a black business and not a Latino business, not a white business, because you're two different people. You have to get out this brainwashing mentality. You have to be deprogrammed. Probably need therapy, because we have two different personalities, and this only serves to benefit white domination. Even when you look at this, the consciousness movement, they want to be thugs and teachers. They want to be two people. Everybody want to be two people, three people, and it's been accepted. But that's a sickness, a mental illness that has to stop. But that's about it. I'm gonna end it right now. But this is the sponsors of this video.